Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Mahārāja's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Mahārāja on January 14th, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Angulangaitegaram Katithatamahan Vande Siguram Nilataninam Paramananda Mahāravam Sri Caitanya Instructs Kūrma Brāhmaṇa.
Hare Krishna. The Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation. We continue with the chapter entitled as Lord Caitanya Instructs Kūrma Brāhmaṇa in Kūrma Kshetra.
শ্রী কুর্মে গমন ও বিগ্রহ দর্শনে নিত্যগীত। এই মতো যাইতে যাইতে গেলা কুর্মে স্থানে কুর্ম দেখি কইলা তারে স্তব প্রণামী।
When Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu came to the holy place known as Kūrma Kshetra, he saw the deity and offered prayers and obeisances.
Originally, they worship this deity as a Shivalingam. And then Ramanujacharya pointed out the deity has 4 legs.
That the deity has 4 legs.
And that Shivalinga didn't have legs.
And Shivalinga didn't have legs.
And then they realized he was a Kūrma deity.
That he was Kūrma deity.
And so this deity is about hour and a half drive from
Visakhapatnam.
So in Visakhapatnam there's the Varaha deity.
In Visakhapatnam there is Varaha Narasimha deity.
So somehow Lord Caitanya came to this Kūrma Kshetra.
Somehow Lord Caitanya came to this Kūrma Kshetra
and
had his pastime there. Then, desiring to show mercy to the people, the Lord went to the temple of Kūrma and saw Jagannath Swami there in his form of Kūrma Deva. Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya. After gazing at the deity, his own avatar, for a long time, the expert, grateful Lord offered respects again, and acting as Siksha Guru, performed his midday ritual with respect.
প্রভুর নিত্যগীত দর্শনে লোকের চমৎকার। প্রেমাবেশে হাসি কান্দি নিত্যগীত কইল দেখি সর্বলোকের চিত্তে চমৎকার হইল।
While at this place, Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu was in his usual ecstasy of love of Godhead and was laughing, crying, dancing and chanting. Everyone who saw him was astonished.
So what was normal for Lord Caitanya was very astonishing for the people in general.
Was very astonishing for people in general.
And they were very much influenced by the Lord's ecstatic symptoms.
They were very much influenced by the Lord's ecstatic symptoms.
Naturally, they became inspired in devotional service.
Naturally, they became inspired in devotional service.
আশ্চর্য শুনিয়ালো কাইল দেখিবারে প্রভুর রূপ প্রেম দেখি হইলা চমৎকারে।
After hearing of these wonderful occurrences, everyone came to see him there. When they saw the beauty of the Lord and his ecstatic condition, they were all struck with wonder.
Somehow, people are so fortunate.
Somehow the people were so fortunate.
They saw Lord Chaitanya
They saw Lord Chaitanya
manifesting his pure love for Krishna.
manifesting his pure love for Kṛṣṇa.
And they became very inspired,
And they became very inspired,
struck with wonder
to
see the Lord
manifesting these ecstasies.
প্রভু দর্শনে লোকের বৈষ্ণবত্ব লাভ। দর্শনে বৈষ্ণব হইল বলে কৃষ্ণ হরি, প্রেমাবেশে নাচে লোক ঊর্ধ্ববাহু করি।
Just by seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone became a devotee. They began to chant Kṛṣṇa and Hari and all the holy names. They all were merged in a great ecstasy of love, and they began to dance, raising their arms.
Simply by seeing Lord Chaitanya, they also began to chant and dance.
They also began to chant and dance.
And filled with the ecstasy of love for Krishna. They raised their arms. Dancing in ecstasy. Chanting the names Haribol. Kṛṣṇa. All the holy names.
সেই লোকের দ্বারা সেই দেশের উদ্ধার। কৃষ্ণ নাম লোক মুখে শুনি অবিরাম, সেই লোক বৈষ্ণব কইল অন্য সব গ্রাম।
Always hearing them chant the holy names of Lord Kṛṣṇa, the residents of all the other villages also became Vaishnavas.
Simply by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, everyone who saw him became a Vaishnava devotee of the Lord.
Became Vaishnava devotees of the Lord.
And those who saw these devotees also became devotee Vaishnavas. In this way, the Sankirtan movement can spread.
এই রূপে সকল দেশের উদ্ধার। এই মতো পরম্পরায় দেশ বৈষ্ণব হইল, কৃষ্ণ নামামৃত বন্যায় দেশ ভাসাইল।
By hearing the holy name of Kṛṣṇa, the entire country became Vaishnava. It was as if the nectar of the holy name of Kṛṣṇa overflooded the entire country.
Just as the ocean produces unlimited waves.
Just like the ocean produces unlimited waves.
Lord Chaitanya's waves of ecstasy as it went out amongst the people, it was as if the country had become flooded with love of Krishna.
As if the country has become flooded with love of Krishna.
Everyone was chanting Hare Krishna.
Everyone was chanting Hare Krishna.
বিগ্রহ সেবকের প্রভুকে সম্মান। কতক্ষণে প্রভু যদি বাহ্য প্রকাশিলা, কূর্মের সেবক বহু সম্মান করিলা।
After some time, when Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested his external consciousness, a priest of the Lord Kūrma deity gave him various offerings.
When he went to the Kūrma temple, he saw that there was a lotus footprint of Lord Chaitanya there.
When we went to Lord Kūrma temple, we saw the footprint of Lord Chaitanya there.
His divine grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada.
His divine grace, is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada.
He established the lotus feet
He established
footprint
the lotus feet footprint
of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
And there all the priests were
And there,
chanting the holy name.
all the priests were chanting the holy name,
And they were very grateful
and they were very grateful
and respectful
and respectful
for us to be there.
for us to be there.
সর্বগ্রামে গিয়া প্রভুর লোক উদ্ধার, যেই গ্রামে যায় তাহা এই ব্যবহার, এক ঠাঞ্জি কহিল না কহিব আর বার।
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mode of preaching has already been explained, and I shall not repeat the explanation. In whichever village the Lord entered, his behavior was the same.
Lord Chaitanya was laughing, crying, chanting,
So Lord Chaitanya was
dancing,
laughing, crying, chanting, dancing,
and every village he went to,
and every village that he went to,
he did the same thing.
he did the same thing.
And there, naturally the devotees
And there, naturally, the devotees
became empowered by
Lord Chaitanya's
Bhakti Shakti.
Lord Chaitanya's Bhakti Shakti.
And in this way, he spread the pure Kṛṣṇa consciousness
Pure Kṛṣṇa consciousness
at every village
he visited.
কূর্ম নামক ব্রাহ্মণের প্রভুর পূজা। কূর্ম নামে সেই গ্রামে বৈদিক ব্রাহ্মণ, বহু শ্রদ্ধা ভক্তে কইল প্রভুর নিমন্ত্রণ।
In one village, there was a Vedic Brahmana named Kūrma. He invited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home with great respect and devotion. Murari Gupta Kacha. When he arrived at Kūrma Kshetra, where Sri Janardhan forever resides in his deity form as tortoise, an exalted Vipra also of the name Kūrma came and offered him a hospitable reception. With great respect, he fed the Lord nicely prepared prasada.
So the Brahmin devotees of the Lord,
The Brahmin devotee of the Lord,
they got this rare opportunity to serve Lord Chaitanya. And they understand that his wife, family, everyone participated in this.
His wife, family, everyone participated in this.
And they distributed prasadam to the Lord.
ঘরে আনি প্রভুর কইল পাদপক্ষলন, সেই জল বংশ সহিত করিল ভক্ষণ।
This Brahmana brought Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home, washed his lotus feet, and with his family members drank that water.
This is the system I still practice in South India.
That they still practice in South India.
And if a sannyasi visits the home,
That if a sannyasi visits home,
the wife would pour the water, and the husband would massage the limb,
and the husband would massage the feet,
and then they'll collect that water,
and they collect that water,
put it on their heads and drink it.
Murari Gupta Kacha. That Brahmana named Kūrma felt and gladdened by the sight of Sri Gauranga. With great happiness, he invited the Lord to be his guest and considered his day completely fulfilled. Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya. At Kūrma Kshetra, a great soul who was very intelligent, named Kūrma, born in a Brahmana family, seeing the Lord, offered repeated respects and in fear spoke sweet words. Caitanya Charita Mahakavya. Today my birth has become successful. Today everything has become successful, since my house has obtained the dust of your two lotus feet.
So by having Lord Chaitanya visiting his house,
So by having Lord Chaitanya visiting his house,
he felt his house
was blessed.
Till today, grihastas, if they are fortunate to have
a Lord or his representative
visit the house,
they feel blessed.
Srila
Prabhupada
used to visit people's home,
used to visit people's home,
and in this way,
he purified
various homes.
Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya. The best of Brahmanas, Kūrma, who had accrued abundant pious results, holding the Lord's feet, brought him into his house and washed his feet with water.
অনেক প্রকার স্নেহে ভিক্ষা করাইল, গোসাঞ্জির প্রসাদন্ন সবংশে খাইল।
With great affection and respect, that Kūrma Brāhmaṇa made Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu eat all kinds of food. After that, the remnants were shared by all the members of the family.
যেই পাদ পদ্ম তোমার ব্রহ্মা ধ্যান করে, সেই পাদ পদ্ম সাক্ষাৎ আইল মোর ঘরে।
The Brahmana then began to pray, O my Lord, your lotus feet are meditated upon by Lord Brahma, and these very lotus feet have come into my home.
And so, it was Brahma Kūrma. He was so
the Brahmana
respectful.
The Brahmana Kūrma, he was so respectful.
And he felt himself so blessed.
So blessed.
And Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet
That Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet
had entered his house.
মোর ভাগ্যের সীমানা যাই কহন, আজি মোর সৌলভ্য হইল জন্ম কুলধন।
My dear Lord, there is no limit to my great fortune. It cannot be described. Today my family, birth and riches have all been glorified.
প্রভুর অনুগমন জন্য কূর্ম বিপ্রের প্রার্থনা। কৃপা করো প্রভু মোরে, যাউন তোমার সঙ্গে, সহিতে না রিমু তোমার বিরহ তরঙ্গে।
The Brahmana begged Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, My dear Lord, kindly show me favor and let me go with you. I can no longer tolerate the waves of misery caused by materialistic life. Purport. This statement is applicable for everyone, regardless of how rich or prosperous one may be. Narottam Das Thakur has confirmed this statement. Saṅsāra visanale diva nisi hiya jwale. He states that the materialistic way of life causes a burning in the heart. One cannot make any provisions for the troublesome life of the material world. It is a fact that one may be very happy as far as riches are concerned, and one may be very opulent in every respect. Yet one has to manage the Visayas to meet the demands of the body and of so many family members and subordinates. One has to take so much trouble to minister to others. Narottam Das Thakur therefore prays, Isaya chadiya kabe sudha habe mani. Thus one must become freed from the materialistic way of life. One has to merge himself in the ocean of transcendental bliss. In other words, one cannot relish transcendental bliss without being freed from the materialistic way of life. It appears that the Brahmana named Kūrma was materially very happy, for he expressed his family tradition as Janma Kula Dana. Now, being glorious, he wanted to leave all these material opulences. He wanted to travel with Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. According to the Vedic way of civilization, one should leave his family after attaining 50 years of age and go to the forest of Vrindavan to devotee the rest of his life to the service, to devote the rest of his life to the service of the Lord.
So the Kūrma Brāhmaṇa
So the Kūrma Brāhmaṇa
was proposing to Lord Caitanya
went to Lord Caitanya
his materialistic way of life
that his materialistic way of life
and simply follow him.
and simply follow him.
প্রভু কর্তৃক সকল কেহ আচার্য রূপে কৃষ্ণ নাম ভক্তি প্রচার করিতে আদেশ। প্রভু কয়ে ওইছে বা কভু না কহিবা গৃহে রহি কৃষ্ণ নাম নিরন্তর লইবা।
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "Don't speak like that again. Better to remain at home and chant the holy name of Kṛṣṇa always." Purport. It is not advisable in this age of Kali to leave one's family suddenly, for people are not trained as proper brahmacharis and grihasthas. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised the Brahmana not to be too eager to give up family life. It would be better to remain with his family and try to become purified by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly under the direction of a spiritual master. This is the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If this principle is followed by everyone, there is no need to accept sannyasa. In the next verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advises everyone to become an ideal householder by offenselessly chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and teaching the same principle to everyone he meets.
Lord Caitanya
So Lord Chaitanya
advised the Kūrma Brāhmaṇa
advised the Kūrma Brāhmaṇa
not to abruptly change his situation. As a family man, suddenly give up the family life would be very artificial. And better to practice Krishna consciousness
And better to practice Krishna consciousness
in the home with the family. And thus, by chanting Hare Krishna, one can achieve pure love for Krishna.
One can achieve pure love for Krishna.
যারে দেখো তারে কহ কৃষ্ণ উপদেশ আমার আজ্ঞায় গুরু হইয়া তার এই দেশ।
Instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Sri Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. Purpose. This is the sublime mission of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Many people come and inquire whether they have to give up family life to join the society. But that is not our mission. One can remain comfortably in his residence. We simply request everyone to chant the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If one is a little literate and can read Bhagavad Gita as it is, and Srimad Bhagavatam, that is so much the better. These works are now available in an English translation and are done very authoritatively to appeal to all classes of men. Instead of living engrossed in material activities, people throughout the world should take advantage of this movement and chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra at home with their families. One should also refrain from sinful activities, illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. Out of these 4 items, illicit sex is very sinful. Every person must get married. Every woman especially must get married. If the women outnumber the men, some men can accept more than one wife. In that way, there will be no prostitution in society. If men can marry more than one wife, illicit sex life will be stopped. One can also produce many nice preparations to offer Kṛṣṇa grain, food, flowers and milk. Why should one indulge in unnecessary meat eating and maintain horrible slaughterhouses? What is the use of smoking and drinking tea and coffee? People are already intoxicated by material enjoyment, and if they indulge in further intoxication, what chance is there for self-realization? Similarly, one should not partake in gambling and unnecessarily agitate the mind. The real purpose of human life is to attain the spiritual platform and return to Godhead. That is the summum bonum of spiritual realization. The Kṛṣṇa conscious movement is trying to elevate human society to the perfection of life by pursuing the method described by Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu in his advice to the Brāhmaṇa Kūrma. That is, one should stay at home, chant the Hare Kṛṣṇa Maha Mantra, and preach the instruction of Kṛṣṇa as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam.
And this purport with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada,
So this purport of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada
is giving the purpose of the
Kṛṣṇa conscious movement.
That it's not necessary
That it is not necessary that one
leave their material life,
leave their material life,
leave their family.
or leave their family.
Rather, they should chant Hare Kṛṣṇa,
Rather, they should chant Hare Kṛṣṇa,
worship deity in their home,
worship the deity in their home,
and encourage others
to also chant.
We saw that Lord Chaitanya would empower different people
We saw that Lord Chaitanya would empower different people
with Bhakti Shakti,
with Bhakti Shakti.
and
Similarly,
his representative, the spiritual master, would empower people with Bhakti Shakti.
Similarly, his representatives, the spiritual masters, they would empower people with Bhakti Shakti.
And this way, they would encourage other people
And in this way, they will encourage the other people
to chant Hare Kṛṣṇa.
to chant Hare Kṛṣṇa.
It's not necessary
It is not necessary
that one has to leave their family situation.
that one has to leave their family situation.
Whatever situation you're in,
Whatever situation you are in,
add Kṛṣṇa,
you add Kṛṣṇa,
and then your life becomes perfect.
and your life will become perfect.
প্রভু না বাঁধিবে তোমার বিষয় তরঙ্গ পুনরপি এই ঠান্ডি পাবে মোর সঙ্গ.
Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu further advised the Brāhmaṇa Kūrma, if you follow this instruction, your materialistic life at home will not obstruct your spiritual advancement. Indeed, if you follow these regulative principles, you will again meet here, or rather you will never lose my company. Purport. This is an opportunity for everyone. If one simply follows the instructions of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu under the guidance of his representative and chant the Hare Kṛṣṇa Maha Mantra, teaching everyone as far as possible the same principle, the contamination of the materialistic way of life will not even touch him. It does not matter whether one live in a holy place like Vrindavan, Navadip or Jagannath Puri, or in the midst of European cities where the materialistic way of life is very prominent. If a devotee follows the instructions of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, he lives in the company of the Lord. Wherever he lives, he converts that place into Vrindavan and Navadip. This means that materialism cannot touch him. This is the secret of success for one advancing in Kṛṣṇa consciousness.
So the secret to chant every day in your family, and to render devotional service, reading Gita and Bhagavatam, and then encouraging other people
and encouraging other people
to chant Hare Krishna.
to chant Hare Krishna.
In this way, one will be protected by Lord Chaitanya.
One will be protected by Lord Chaitanya.
So sometimes people ask whether they should be a brahmachari or grihastha.
Sometimes people ask whether he should be brahmachari or grihastha.
We see from this instruction of Lord Chaitanya and the instruction of Srila Prabhupada,
We see from the instruction of Sri Chaitanya and the explanation of Srila Prabhupada
that one can be in any ashram,
that one can be in any ashram,
but they should continuously chant Hare Krishna,
but they should continuously chant Hare Krishna
and engage in the following instruction of Lord Chaitanya,
and engage in the instruction of Lord Chaitanya.
and thus they will be protected
And thus they will be protected
from the materialistic way of life.
from the materialistic way of life.
And their house will be converted into a Vrindavan or Navadvip.
And their house will be converted into Vrindavan or Navadvip. Thus ends the chapter entitled Lord Chaitanya Instructs Kūrma Brāhmaṇa in Kūrma Kshetra.
Haribo.
Haribo.
Gauranga.
Gauranga.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.